Chael Sonnen breaks down steroid use amongst professional athletes, and he's naming names. He's going to say specifically exactly what these guys are taking and why, and how are they getting away with it. Coach Greg, and in today's video, Chael Sonnen breaks down steroid use amongst professional athletes, and he's naming names, in particular, Lebron James, Tiger Woods, and Lance Armstrong. He admits to taking performance-enhancing drugs himself, and so he's not claiming to be a fake natty. So we're going to go over his video, talk about it, and find out, what are these guys doing? What are they taking?
And he was in the ring waiting for me. He was in the ring. He just come off knocking out 3 guys. I just come off a suspension for a plethora of banned substances.
And so he's not a hypocrite. He's saying, I just gotten off suspension for a plethora of substances. I've taken everything, including the kitchen sink. And so Chael Sonnen, just like myself, Coach Greg, we're not natural. We don't claim to be. But others, they do. And so let's see, what exactly is he saying?
Make any walk ever if I can get through tonight.
First time clean?
Oh, I wasn't clean. Oh, heaven's sakes.
So you just did.
And so they said, hey, is this now your first time clean? You just got back from failing for performance-enhancing drugs? He's like, no, I wasn't clean still. What do you think? You think I'm just going to stop taking things just because I was caught? Of course not.
It used to be an IQ test. You used to know when the test was going to be. Then they come out with something called out-of-competition testing. They just show up to, what is this? This isn't within the rules.
It's funny because it's true. Back in the day, you could get drug tested. They would test you at the meet, on contest day. You knew exactly when they were going to show up. And so off-season, out of meet, you could take whatever you want. So imagine this, you're doing a bodybuilding competition. You know you're going to get drug tested if you win on that particular day. And so perhaps you take certain things up to a month out, you stop, you show up to the competition, you pass the test. Hey, I'm 100% natural. Only, are you? You'd previously taken steroids for 14 months straight leading up to that competition. And then you suddenly stop and you test clean. And so the governing body said, well, this is what they're doing. People are simply getting away with it. It's obvious. And so think of it. They're seeing guys 230 plus pounds of muscle with horrendous gynecomastia, and they're testing clean. And in comparison, little old man like Coach Greg, 170 pounds, thinking, man, these guys are huge. How is that guy actually passing the test? I'm thinking there's no way that person's natural. It'd be like thinking the Liver King's natural, or even Michael Hearn. Really? That's who I have to compete against? And so, of course, they win the competition. Oftentimes, they're not even tested. But even if they do, they could have just stopped a month before and passed the test. And so what did they develop? Out of competition testing. And so they can literally knock on your door anytime, morning, noon, or night, show up and say, hey, I demand this from you. They can show up to your work, at your gym, your house, and so on. And so it makes it much more difficult to cheat. And so Chael's saying, you can't just test me here. What's going on? I'm not competing now. Come and test me on fight day.
Well, they go performance enhancing. Those are positive terms. Then they call it drug at the end to make it. It's medicine.
And so Chael's saying, rather than calling it performance enhancing drugs, why can't we call it performance enhancing medicines? Then it sounds better. As soon as you hear the word drug, you're thinking, oh, that's bad. And so you're sick, they give you a drug to help you rehabilitate, to feel better. And so people, they like that. It's medicine. Take this medicine. How many parents say to their child, open up, hey, take these drugs. I want you to swallow these drugs. I'm going to break these pills, these drugs into your jam and feed it to you. They say medicine. And they try to make the medicine taste like candy. Hey, it's time for your medicine. Open up. And so in comparison, parents often don't say, get ready, it's time to take your drugs. Why? Because it sounds bad. And so there is obviously a bias towards taking drugs to help us, to make us feel better. For example, HRT, testosterone, that is in fact a drug. Steroids are a drug, but it's also medicine. I'm on HRT myself. I'm on medicine. And so really, people need to just have an open mind, decide, is this really bad? Are we abusing this? Is this doctor prescribed? Is it for their health to make them better, like medicine? Or are you taking this medication, this medicine, which are of course drugs, and taking them in secret without your doctor's consent or approval at abusive doses?
Courses to make you better. And they said that to me. I was in a commission hearing and they said, did you know that this could give you an advantage? I said, guys, I wouldn't have taken it if I didn't think it would give me an advantage.
And so imagine, hey, did you know that these PEDs could give you an advantage? No, I thought they were going to make me worse. That's why I was taking them in secret. I was taking them in secret because I was hoping it would reduce my performance. Does anyone take a supplement or a performance-enhancing drug expecting it to make them worse? Of course not.
Of course it's meant to make you better.
And how good is it?
Oh, it's great.
And so Chael's being asked, describe why testosterone helps you. I understand it can make you stronger, but when you're fighting, that doesn't make your chin stronger. It doesn't make it harder. It's not going to improve your cardio. And so why do you need testosterone? And so Chael responds, well, it helped me to recover. Every day I woke up, I felt better. I could train harder than last time, wake up the next day and feel good. And so if you can train harder, longer, and recover, of course you're going to be a better fighter.
Yeah, bigger, stronger, faster in that order. But they got some performance enhancers. Like, if the world understood what LeBron did, like other basketball players will hear what LeBron does and go, well, yeah, but that doesn't matter, right? It's like a baseball player and you're hitting a stick out of the way. It doesn't matter. It's like, no. If you knew what these performance enhancers did, then you would know why it does matter.
What do you think he's
there's
doing?
only one. We have the same drug guy, if you will. I know exactly what he's doing.
Perhaps many people understand, they don't understand the gravity of this, is that Chael Sonnen is saying they have the same drug guy or medicine guy. Depends how you look at it. They have the same guy prescribing things for them to become better athletes, to perform better. Performance-enhancing drugs or performance-enhancing medications. Depends how you see it.
There's only one golfer that follows the big three. And the big three is EPO, growth hormone, testosterone. That's the Lance Armstrong diet. There's one golfer, but it's Tiger Woods.
And so he's saying there's one golfer that follows this. The same protocol as Lance Armstrong, LeBron James. It's EPO, growth hormone, and testosterone. And so testosterone prescribed by doctors for HRT, to get your testosterone levels up. People that over diet have too low body fat percentages, which often happens in MMA, trying to make weight classes. You're in a low calorie diet, you're overtraining and so on. You're going to have crushed testosterone levels. It's not just people over dieting, it's also endurance athletes, people who train harder than last time for extended periods of time. If you're out running, bike riding 1, 2, 3 hours a day, doing all that cardio, your testosterone levels are going to fall. And so by taking HRT, your testosterone levels can remain elevated. It's going to give you a significant advantage. And so, of course, you could take G-test or 3-test. This can improve your natural testosterone levels, but not nearly as much as using doctor-prescribed testosterone. And so what would you expect professional athletes to take? If they can get a legal prescription from a doctor, of course they're going to take it. And what about growth hormone? Growth hormone, you can take this, it's not going to lower your natural production of test. And so if you are taking growth hormone, even without testosterone, of course it's going to make you improve. It's going to help you burn calories, decrease body fat, and build more muscle. Of course, there are negative side effects. You could get acromegaly or gigantism, where you get a larger forehead, jaws, your teeth start separating, and a growth of internal organs. We've seen distended bellies in open class bodybuilding, and so growth hormone, it does have a negative impact. Not to mention increased growth hormone leading to higher IGF levels. Oftentimes this could cause an enlarged heart and people most likely not going to live as long. And so although growth hormone has been touted as the fount of youth, it can in fact lead to an early demise.
It does matter. People will say it all the time. It doesn't matter. John Daly wanted it. It's like, it matters. Trust me that it matters. EPO matters. It's the reason LeBron takes it. It matters. And if other basketball...
And so the reason EPO or erythropoietin is so effective is because it increases red blood cell production. And that results in increased hemoglobin and increased oxygen delivery to the muscles. And so think of it, with enhanced oxygen delivery to the muscles, you're out doing your chosen sport, whether it's boxing, MMA, basketball, running, cycling, and so on, you have more oxygen delivered to the muscles, and so you can in fact go longer and harder. And so in sports, it's not always about being the most muscular, the strongest athlete. Having increased cardio, it's paramount. And so you can see why Chael Sonnen would say that the ultimate performance-enhancing drug for him and these other athletes would be, in fact, EPO.
It's the king of performance enhancers.
So you would prefer that, especially in a fight?
And so he states, it's the king of performance enhancers. But the problem is, it's illegal. It's a drug. It's banned by WADA. And so if you do in fact use EPO, you're probably going to be a better athlete, but you're also going to be cheating and potentially get in serious trouble, serious consequences. And so what is the king of natural supplements? GO2 Max. The main ingredient, NMN, has been shown to increase cardiovascular endurance. And so imagine being an MMA fighter or a basketball player where you rely on cardio and you're not taking GO2 Max. Why would you not take it? How could you not take it? How can you expect to be at the top of your sport if you're not taking a natural supplement that everyone can take? It's not banned by WADA, you're not cheating, and it's been shown in human studies, double-blind, placebo-controlled studies, to improve walking test score by 50%. And it doesn't just help sedentary athletes, it helps high performance athletes as well. A number of athletes, including elite level cyclists as well as world wrestling champions, are using GO2 Max and noticing incredible improvements. I personally setting PRs on the bike, racing faster than last time, as it dramatically improves your ability to perform cardio. And so think of it, you're exercising harder, faster, it makes it easier, and makes you a better butter burner. And so in comparison to other athletes, if you're using this, you obviously have an advantage. And it's not considered cheating because it's not banned by WADA.
The human body is not made to do the Tour de France. I mean, the people that set that up are inhumane. So of course you have to go. Of course it's supernatural.
And so sometimes in sport, they almost set it up so that the athletes are forced to take something. Oh, you can't take testosterone, growth hormone, or EPO, but you got to race bikes perhaps 5 or 6 hours a day for 3 weeks straight, and you got to be natural. And the cyclists are thinking, how am I even going to get through this without getting sick, let alone winning the thing? And so they resort to using performance-enhancing drugs, the majority of them, all doing it in secret. But imagine if they were allowed. Hey, you're allowed to take HRT. You're allowed to take growth hormone. EPO, it's fine. Then the athletes could all compete at the same level. They wouldn't be trying to cheat to try to get away with things. But hey, we don't want anyone to think that professional athletes would ever touch that. And so I'm sure there are no athletes out there that could benefit from increased recovery, improved cardio. You know, like hockey, soccer, golf, lacrosse, triathlons. I mean, how can they benefit from improved cardio? Why would they ever take EPO? And now they don't actually have to. It's legal. It's not banned by WADA. GO2 Max, main ingredient, NMN. Read the studies. If you don't believe me, you don't want to take my word for it, that's fine. Please go and do your own research or write us. We'll send you all the human studies showing you exactly just how effective it is. And so please find out, ask your favorite YouTubers. Say, hey, Coach Greg challenged you. He wants you to do a story on NMN to see if it actually works. Do a video and try and show that NMN isn't actually effective. That it can't do all those wonderful things that Coach Greg says it does. Good luck doing that because no one's going to be able to do it. And so if you're interested in GO2 Max, I have them in bulk packages to save even more money. Also use code GREG, 10% off. Click the link in the description.
Currently taking something called HCG, which is human chorionic gonadotropin, but it just ups your natural, it's all about testosterone.
Is that a peptide?
No.
Are you
It's
gonna start peptides?
I'm gonna start
I've been reading about those.
And so they asked Chael, what are you on now? He's talking about HCG to increase his testosterone. Perhaps he's on HRT. And they said, do you want to take peptides? He's like, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. And recently, Mike O'Hearn made a video, said, you kids, you have a huge advantage over me. You'll likely get way better than me because I never had peptides. And so you kids, you can take these peptides, get better than me.
For me, you kids that are learning about this stuff, something I didn't have as a kid, peptides. They are freaking amazing. They're the hugest thing right now.
Really, peptides are drugs. You can't just go out and take peptides. They're also banned by WADA. And so be careful what you wish for. And don't think that no matter what you take, even if it is test trend and the kitchen sink, you're ever going to look like Mike O'Hearn.
And I've never seen a doctor, there's any doctor you go to the internet will tell you that steroids are bad or that performance enhancers are bad. It's abuse.
I'm 100% going to disagree with this. He's saying you could never find a doctor that says steroids are bad. I've personally gone to doctors myself in person, said steroids are bad, don't ever take them. And I'm not even referring to abusive doses. Many doctors are afraid and unwilling to prescribe HRT, even for those who need it. They're like, I don't know about this. I'm not comfortable. I don't know what it's going to do. And so I'm not going to prescribe it. I have personal friends of mine who have asked and been refused. In comparison, oh, I'm 14. I want to have sexy time. Put me on the birth control pill. And they get it. And so does anyone think that these pills, these hormones can't negatively affect a child? A teenager? Oh, but we prescribe it to anyone. Everyone, here's the pill. But a grown adult in their 40s can go to the doctor, say, I don't feel good, brain fog and so on. I'd like to try HRT. Nope, I don't know much about it. I'm not into it. That there testosterone, that's just for bodybuilders. Literally, they've stated this. Not all doctors are experts on everything. Some know more than others. And so please go seek out an endocrinologist or another doctor that has experience on this, as some doctors are simply not educated on HRT. And so let me know in the comment section, do you consider performance-enhancing drugs actually performance-enhancing medicine? Should they allow people to take EPO, HRT, growth hormone if prescribed by a doctor? Or are you 100% against it, no matter what? And what about the pill in comparison to HRT? Why is it that children, teenagers are given these things when they don't know anything about it, when in comparison adults over 40 who are educated on the matter, ready to make lifelong choices, why they're being refused? And if you're interested in the GO2 Max, remember, code Greg, 10% off, click the link in the description. If you got no money, please head over regardless. We're giving you a free diet and training program. It's over 50 pages. You enter your first and last name, email address, voila, you're well on your way to your weight loss needs. Subscribe, click the bell button, like this video if you liked it. Please leave a like, also a comment. Don't forget, watch at least one of the bloops. Follow me on Instagram, Greg Doucette IFBB Pro. Also, cookbooks, training books, coaching plans by me and my team, the Circle Diet book, as well as the brand new raspberry cheesecake protein bars, only 220 calories, 20 grams of protein, softer than last time. Please check these out. Click the link in the description. And until next time, I am out.